Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming today and dedicating your time to this webinar session. Our topic today is about PAVA systems, public address and voice alarm systems. So speaking about them, we can use these systems in many applications, starting from security, music, marketing, or some kind of general announcements. However, our aim today is actually to provide you with the tips and insights on how to use the most of these systems. So in this regard, we invited experts from renowned companies in the world who will actually present the solutions and products and actually the ways on how to use the best of these products. So I wish warm welcome to our speakers from ATEIS Europe, from TOA Electronics, from Zenitel and PASO. So welcome to our stage.
Hello.
Our speakers today are actually Dragan Petrović. He's sales representative from ATEIS Europe. Hello, Dragan. Welcome to the stage.
Hello. Thank you very much for calling me.
Thank you. Marco Morimanda is product specialist from PASO company. Hello, Marco.
Hello. Thank you to you and to everybody to be present here.
Thank you very much, Marco. Andreas Kreuzer is from TOA Electronics Europe. He's sales engineer. Am I right?
Yes, I'm sales engineer, but also responsible for the sales in Egypt and with TOA since 8 years now.
Thank you very much, Andreas, and welcome to the stage.
It's a great pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And the last one is Henning Matthies. Mr. Matthies is actually Business Development Director at Zenitel company. Hello, Henning.
Hello, Said, and thank you for having us.
Great to see you here. Thank you very much. Okay, we don't want to take so much of your time. Actually, let's go immediately jump on the topic. So we will start with one question for our Marco, who will actually tell us shortly about the PAVA solutions, and actually, if you can, Marco, elaborate to us the importance of PAVA systems in today's world.
Yes, in brief, the solution of the PAVA, it's a matter of the audio, the sound system that became a part of the rule of the fire detection solution together, integration. So for this integration and the standard of the both system, it's a very important point of the PAVA now market. Our customer find comfortable this product to sell and to have a very good margin to work. It became like a team, a player that must cooperate together to find the solution, the perfect solution, and to obtain the final customer satisfaction, of course, also for the user, and at the same time, to supply a system to prevent better and to save our lives.
Thank you very much, Marco, for this answer. Now we will go actually to Dragan Petrović from ATEIS Europe. Dragan will actually tell us more about products in ATEIS, and actually for this purpose, I invite Dragan to share the presentation with us, so we can actually know what is new in ATEIS Europe. Dragan?
Thank you very much. Hello everyone, I'm Dragan Petrović and I'm a sales representative in front of ATEIS Europe company for Adria region, Hungary, Slovakia and Czech Republic. Welcome to our presentation, and you will hear now how to maximize the usage.
Dragan, if I may interrupt you, actually, for now we actually see the presenter mode. If you can enlarge presentation, so we can actually see the full screen, you know. No worries, we can actually, you know, wait to start with your resharing.
Share screen. Second screen. Present, share screen. Okay. Just a moment, please.
No problem at all. We see actually that you have a colleague who will actually jump in and help you with the presentation. It's always good to have technical guy beside yourself. Great.
Okay.
Now we see it.
Okay. So now you will hear how to maximize the usage of your PAVA system. Because when you are not using the voice alarm system in standard condition, it can be used as a public address system where you can play some music, some pre-recorded messages, record live messages, and also to make a live paging in the system. For that purpose, we have two devices, two systems, and then you will see right now the second one. The first one, okay, just to, okay. So ATEIS system is mainly used for medium to large project applications. It can cover about 8,000 zones, periphery devices, EM54 microphone consoles, paging consoles, IP microphones to integrate with audio over IP, and also to send a signal through copper or to fiber optic. And let's say the applications are transport, large office buildings, sports and leisure, hotels, stadiums, shopping centers, or school university campus, for example. The other system is a standalone voice alarm system, Prima, with 6 zones and with total 480 watts or 800 watts maximum. It can cover, let's say, smaller applications, smaller to medium applications, but if you use an IP connectivity, it can be implemented for larger applications and also to integrate with the SIP, audio over IP systems. So for the next applications, it can be used for schools, stores, shopping malls, hotels, train stations. But this is everything okay when you have a, let's say, static application. But for dynamic applications, such as more audio channels at the same time to change some commercials or some announcement, we can use it for a we can use VoxaNet client server audio over IP PA software solution. Just a moment. Markets and applications for these audio over IPs are airports, metros, tramway or buses, train stations, industrial cities, smart cities, network schools, and the main advantage of the IP system is that it can cover a large area. This is why it is the best for large complexes such as like this. Equipment we can use. This is, let's say, something which we want to share with you. This is IP-based system with client-server architecture. It manages audio over IP distribution of set of sources to multiple broadcast points and allow to monitor all audio sources and destinations. You can broadcast microphone calls to any zone or any information, safety message to any zone or group of zones. You will be informed of your system's complete status in real time, and projects can be realized with single server or the redundant server. different kind of sources and different kind of matrix units. The upper half is clients, which can be Voxelnet server, redundant server, IP paging console, SIP clients, and below IP LAN network are the matrix units. And matrix is any supported device with an audio output. This is Voxelnet client software window. It is installed on a Windows-based PC. You can see a lot of different tabs, and you can, let's say, make a different view for different client, for each client, with the different write levels. Some client can manage the one floor, the other client can manage the second floor, or maybe you can see like this graphical user interface, let's say for some metros, if the investor wants like this to see it. And you can make a schedule program, play music 1 to zones 5 or 10, day and night levels of music, music start, play message sequence to define zones or to make a school bell. Or if you want client software window in this way, you can make to import a pre-recorded message. You can assign priorities and organize them by message banks. Message banks, the same, the group of messages with the same priorities. Also the security or health message, jingles, some other advertisements or something like that. Features, with the Voxelnet server, it can work as a service, setting up the server through the configuration editor software, and can work as a single software on Windows 10 or as a redundant software from 2008 and above. We're working as a redundant server, it synchronizes everything. So if one server PC is broken, the other server takes over without loss of data. With the server, you can define clients, matrices, message banks, user-defined faults, SIP accounts, integration with audio over IP, text-to-speech voices, or user management. Multiple software and client stations, PC, IP paging console with a touch screen, IP phone, or BMS. Multiple broadcast points, music sources. Also, we can use audio over IP streaming. Defining zones, group of zones, or paging with or without chime, unicast or multicast system, different music formats such as PCM 16 bits or MP3 or G722. Or let's say priority management for clients, music, messages. You have also operational history, log file, listing of messages and calls. Also, we can implement a BMS in the system. Different type of messages, different functionality of messages, and also matrices. A very important thing is that our audio over IP software Voxelnet G2 can be integrated with BMS interfaces such as web services, Modbus, OPC UA, or client protocol. And this is some recommended PC requirements and network requirements, but I wanted to show you the system limits. You can connect up to 256 matrices, 64 zones per matrix, 100 group of zones, and at the same time you can have 100 simultaneous streams, audio channels. It is much more than our standard ATEIS system, where you can transmit through the network at the same time 48 audio channels. So if you want to have a dynamic environment with some public address and voice alarm system, you can use our Voxelnet G2. For Voxelnet client customization, you can use QML files, and to make a scene background, to make a different buttons, customizable properties, or PNG picture files, format support. And with the installed site, we will see it later. one of the most important references is Barcelona Airport. At the time we made this presentation, it was 148 ATEIS units. Now it is more than 170 units, integrated with the 309 SIP clients, telephones, and 102 SIP accounts. And that's for now. Thank you for this presentation.
Thank you very much, Dragan, for this presentation and actually for giving us the insights about PAVA systems from ATEIS Europe. One question for you before we skip to Andreas is actually about maintaining the systems. So basically, we know that maintenance plays a pivotal role in ensuring system longevity and reliability. Could you shed light on the importance of regular maintenance of PAVA systems and discuss what are actually key factors that clients should keep in mind when updating or maintaining their systems?
As my colleague Marco Morimanda from PASO mentioned before, voice alarm system is an addition to M54 fire alarm detection system. Why is it very important to have a regular maintenance, for example? Because when you have an M54 fire alarm system, it is necessary to check it every 2 months. And once or twice per year, here in my country, in Serbia, the whole system, once or twice per year, just to repeat it. So if you test fire alarm system, and in the building you have also voice alarm system, it is necessary to test it regularly on 2 months, not the whole system, and at least 1 or 2 times per year the whole system. Because there are some researches with the behavior of the people for the voice alarm system. When you have a silence in the fire alarm system, only 13% of people react in a real manner, in a right way manner. When you have an written sign such as exit or fire, 44% people react in a right way. And when you have a clear voice message with the detailed instructions, please, there is a fire alarm in the field, please follow the rules, or fire from the certified people, then 75% of people react in the right way. So this is very important to have in a building. That is real, to save life as much as it is possible. Let's say all lives in some building to save.
Great. Thank you very much, Dragan. Actually, when talking about power systems, they usually have their critical role when some kind of accident happened. Then in that case, they have their full, actually, full control. Going to Andreas, to Hamburg, from Belgrade to Hamburg. Andreas will tell us what is actually new in toy electronics, and actually what is new in Hamburg. We actually know that Hamburg is covered with 10 centimeters of snow. Andreas is known as a guy who actually likes bicycles and drives with bicycles. So this is now very heavy time for you. Am I right?
Yes, it's quite hard at the moment, but fortunately there's a bus line going directly from the place I live to 100 meters from the office. So I can manage even with a hard winter, but I don't hope that it comes.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Andreas. Can you share just presentation with us to see what is new in toy?
Yes.
Now we are here.
And I have to prepare here so that I can click and move. When I started to prepare this presentation, when I've been asked to talk to you all, I noticed that I just do not know and did not know who will be participating today. And as there are many security companies and TOR is a pure audio company, I would like to take the chance to do a very, very, very short, our original company profile is about half an hour. I condensed it down to 1 or 1.5 minutes. So founded back in 1934. So we have about 90 years of experience with audio systems, founded in Kobe, Japan. And still our headquarters and research and development is in Kobe, Japan. Over the years, we spread worldwide, and so we are present at 29 sales offices all over the world, have 4 company-owned factories, are present in more than 120 countries, and have about 3,200 employees in the different branches in the factories. And what we do, of course, public address and voice alarm systems. This is a picture of our VM3000 for smaller to intermediate applications. We do intercom systems for direct communication, have a wide range of speakers and mixers and microphones and amplifiers and megaphones and conference systems, almost everything that has to do something with audio. The other thing, when I've been asked to do this presentation, is how to get an approach. I didn't want to go into the details, the technicals, the number of zones and things, but to get a general idea. And what is the meaning of the most out of? For me, it is another word for best, and that is another word for quality. And if we look up quality in a dictionary, we find that it is the degree to which a set of inherent characteristics fulfills the requirements. So I do have requirements, I do have expectations at a system, at a product, and the more these are fulfilled and identical, the better is the quality. What does this mean for audio systems? Well, we do have schools, airports, churches. The requirements differ widely. They are different in each project. So my main definition of quality in a PA/VA system is flexibility. Let's have a closer look on what I am talking about. It may all start with a simple IP speaker. In this case, we have the TOR IP A1 PC 208. We install it in the waiting room of a doctor's office, call it by the existing telephone, and voila, we have a PA system. This is the, I think, easiest way to have a public address system in the world. But as it is all about flexibility, the doctor office grows and more zones may be needed. But that's not a problem if the system can be expanded easily. And with TOR IP A1, VMS, on-with integration, wide area integration, zip integration, all is possible and easily done. Well, if we have a look at the voice alarm system, then of course, fortunately, buildings burn down very rarely. So at 99% at least of the time, the voice alarm system is not really used. And only in the case it really burns, they must work. That's by definition. It is security related and we do not want to risk anybody's life. Two main ideas to realize this is, of course, redundancy, which is provided in our systems, and system monitoring. So on one hand, it is mandatory that anything failure in the system is detected within 100 seconds. On the other hand, it's needed because if you notice that there is a failure in the system, you can repair the system before the house is burning. That it's absolutely secure. In case of need, they will work. On the other hand, as it is only the rare case of fire, 99% of the time, the voice alarm system can be a simple public address system with, of course, the secured added security of a voice alarm system. And then we have the same requirements as in any other PA. This is flexibility. Therefore, I would like to take the chance to introduce our TOA VX3000 public address voice evacuation system, because I think it is a perfect example for flexibility. How does this come from? We have 3 types of different system frames, which can be mixed and all connect to the network. And as a consequence, we could have a system like this one, where one simple 100-watt amplifier serves 65 zones. Or, on the contrary, also have, with just 3 height units, 2000-watt amplifying power serving 1 zone. If that's not enough, not really a problem. In this configuration, we would get 80,000 watt as 1 zone. And finally, up to 4 of those systems can be combined, ending up with 320,000 watt as 1 single zone. But everything in between is possible. So we have zones from 2.6 watt average load up to 1 zone, 320,000 watt. Almost any application can be realized by this. And moreover, up to 8 of those systems can be combined and communicate via wide area networks or the internet. So distributed installations, if we have a production plant with different sites and different cities, become possible too. But as everybody knows, even the best system can be a bad system if poorly designed. If we do not stick to the needs of the project, if we do not stick to the acoustic surroundings, if we do not stick to the given installation methods, there's a wide chance that installations fail and even a good system delivers bad results. To avoid this, we support with system consulting from the very beginning. If you have a project, you are not completely sure what to do and how to solve it, how to realize the requested functionalities, we are here to help. Acoustic simulations. It's always a bad idea first to install $20,000 worth speakers to a place, then test it and find out, oh no, it has been a bad idea. It felt good, but the results are not sufficient. We do product seminars online and on site in our training center, and help with system installation and programming of the systems. So whenever you need help, whenever you have a project, whenever you have a question on our products, just contact us, either at contact@toa-eu.com or by engineering@toa-eu.com. Contact is good if you do not know exactly what to ask, because then we will read it and the department which is most competent will answer. If you know it's a technical question, you can directly contact engineering@toa-eu.com. then you reach our complete team of engineers. And general information on all products we offer can be found at toa.eu. So
Andreas.
this has been all from my side at the moment. Yes.
Thank you very much. Okay, feel free to finish your presentation.
I just wanted to say thank you. That has been my presentation.
Thank you very much, Andreas, for giving us the insights about the TOA and what is new in TOA. One question for you. You mentioned actually about designing the security system and that even the best system can be a bad system if it's not designed very well. One question for you is about actually multi-floor buildings. If we have, what actually should be considered when designing security systems in terms of people evacuation in these buildings?
Yes, high-rise buildings are always a challenge because we have, for example, 50 floors, 60 floors, all one above the other. And if you try to evacuate them all, for sure the staircases will be blocked. Probably lifts cannot be used, and therefore it is a good concept to evacuate phase by phase. So first, of course, the floor where the fire has been detected, maybe the floor above, because fire tends to spread upwards. Inform the other floors that something is going on, that they should get ready, but also inform them not to start now. And only with, there's a minute can be enough. So that's the first, go through the staircases and then add floor by floor. If the staircases are stuck, we have a very slow and long, much time-consuming evacuation. If we can organize it before, then it will be very smooth and calm. From system design, it has to be considered that, of course, you do not know before on which floor the fire will start. So your system has to be up to handle many different scenarios.
Thank you very much, Andreas. Now we are going to Henning, but actually we are not moving from Hamburg. Henning is also sitting in Hamburg. Hello, Henning. Good afternoon and welcome to our webinar.
Thank you, Said. Thank you. I'm also trying to share my presentation. Give me a second, please.
Okay, no problem at all.
Yep. Is that going to work?
Yes, we see it.
Excellent, excellent. I am already excusing myself for being a bit quick as I have some slides to present and I will talk quickly to fit into the 10 minutes given. Welcome to my little short introduction to our company, the Zenitel Group, and our PABA solutions. Our mission is to keep people safe by enabling everyone to hear, be heard, and be understood every time and everywhere. Zenitel employs around 400 staff members worldwide in 16 offices in around 20 countries. We are having around 100 million of turnover per year. We are represented in around 100 countries. We are around since over 120 years, which is quite a while, presenting our solutions to our clients. We are a truly technology-driven company, which is clearly seen in giving our 10% of our total revenue, which goes back to the research and development departments. This is a quick overview about our offices worldwide. We have spread our business in 3 units, 3 different business units, which is the safety and security part, the transportation solutions, and the maritime and energy. Our core products are also spread in 3 areas. One is public address, general alarm, and voice alarm. Second one is intercom, help points, and IP speakers. And the third is our integrated solutions, which with the cooperation with our technology partners, we have been able to integrate our products into their environments to make them work in their environments. Very quick draft overview about our products portfolio, which is the intercom stations, the IP speakers, and the call stations. And last but not least, on the bottom right side, you see our PAVA products. How to use the most out of your PAVA system? That's the topic of our webinar today. You all know the PAVA system were once separated, but nowadays we have much more consolidation between the different types of audio use cases across our target markets. This has already been talked about with my colleagues. The VA system is very often required to operate as an alerting system of the fire detection or fire alarm system and needs certified products. The obvious benefit of a VA system is the possibility to give clear information and instructions in emergency situations instead of using the signals and sounds only. To add PA features to the VA system does make completely logical sense as it adds real values, right? The operational information, security and employee announcements that helps keep everyone being informed. Loudspeakers that can be used to issue pre-recorded reminder messages and distribute, for sure, background music. You all know that stuff. Control rooms can monitor behavior via security systems and use the PA to interact directly. Staff can trigger warning messages or issue live instructions to potential intruders. Anti-theft, vandalism in-store, parking lots, and more. Staff can intervene proactively via the PA to deter criminal behavior while keeping staff at a safe distance. Safety and security concept. Even for small to medium-sized projects, we see a growing need for holistic security concepts. This is, for us, a very important step. The aim here is to combine the available technologies in the best possible way to ensure the best possible security with the lowest possible deployment of personal staff technology, which is costs. The intelligent integration of PA systems, intercom systems, and IP loudspeakers together with video surveillance, access control, and telecommunication systems in building management systems is important for the added value of a holistic solution or a holistic concept. With our systems, we bring the topic of audio or voice into such a concept. It enables the higher level control system to interact, and that is, from my perspective, the very important one, to interact with the relevant areas of the building and the visitors. It enables the rapid verification of the security or emergency situation or the current risk situation and an individual response by means of the targeted playout of suitable announcements. You can see quite quickly in a picture where all of the different products we have can sit in a building, right? It is the intercom part in the elevators. It could be at the entrance. It's the PAVA or voice alarm system for the fire brigade. We have the microphones here, sitting in here. We have the IP speakers or the standard 100 voltage speakers wherever they are needed. So the whole building can be stick with all our products. This is the ecosystem we see our PAVA system sitting in, right? So it is a complete environment where everything is interacting with each other. So our PAVA system is capable of interacting with our intercom products and for sure with our IP speakers, but for sure also with our technology partners, which is access control, the PSIM, the telecom, the fire detection, absolutely important thing, and the video management system itself. Right? This is a little matrix to see that our products fit almost into every kind of project, from the little ones which don't need EN5416 products to the ones that do need 5416 products, certified products, from small to medium to large. Quick overview about the fitting products, especially looking to 5416 certified products. We have the Vipedia 19-inch rack system, and we have an Integra system, which is a wall-mounted unit. The rack system has, in fact, only 2 core components. This is really making the system design and the rack assembly quite easy, which is most important from our perspective. It is a Vipedia 12, which is the audio router, and we have the V2000 amplifier mainframe. We also deliver within these 2 boxes a very high density technology. Each amplifier mainframe is capable of delivering up to 2000 watts RMS per amplifier mainframe. Each amplifier, which could be 10 of those amplifier cards in each amplifier mainframe, can deliver up to 500 watt RMS, and we have up to 8000 watts RMS per rack. This is a quite dense, high density of power, right? We have perfect pro sound performance within these components, and we have a seamless interaction with our Zenitel products. These 2 core components we will find also in the Integra system, which is then allowing it to be on the same level of performance. Also 2000 watts of RMS in 1 box. I think that is the best of class dimension to power ratio you will find on the market. It's just 1 meter high, it's 60 centimeters wide, and just 22 centimeters in depth. And as I said, it can bring up to 2000 watts RMS on 10 lines. It's fully networkable as the rack system itself as well. It is can have a seamless operation with the rack system in the IP network, and it can be controlled via software to build up an almost unlimited network of systems. Within a standard IP system, it can be up to 32 units of the Integra wall box mount, so you can have a decentralized system easily built up. The very, very big benefit of the wall box is that it is pre-built, so it doesn't need any rack assembly staff or any additional materials. So it can be taken from stock, put into the client's store or whatever it is, and just been set up. It's a very, very quick and seamless solution. The benefits of our solutions, for sure, the rigorous safety standards. You can absolutely sure that we are according to any standard which is on the market. The integration for reduced complexity, you can see it's just almost 2 core components, and we do have the availability to talk to almost every other technology which is around us. The exceptional audio performance, the pro audio performance of our devices, monitoring, maintenance, and control, and the scalable deployments and flexible zoning is also a very, very big benefit. The unique positioning of Zenitel is based on being the sound specialist in the security landscape. And again, I can't stress this more often, seamless integration with the complementary technology such as CCTV, the access control, and the other systems we have mentioned before. Yeah, so this is what it's all about. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Henning, for this presentation. Great to hear what's new in Zenitel. Coming to your presentation, and you mentioned actually about the integration. One specific question for you regarding the integration, and actually in general about Zenitel products, is actually about cybersecurity. So Zenitel has been instrumental in shaping industry standards for safety and security, for sure. In today's digital landscape, cybersecurity is actually a crucial aspect. So could you outline Zenitel's approach towards cybersecurity within the realm of power systems?
Yeah, cybersecurity is a very, very important topic everywhere, for sure, and it is on our agenda for a long while now. So our engineering department's product development is working on that stuff for a while, and we are almost close to publish our next level of cyber package, which is called V5. It will be published in Q1. And it's it defends at both at the component and systems level, right? We were matching almost all of the standards which are out there, but for sure, cybersecurity is not only based on one product or one supplier. It's the all over scenario which a operator of a system should take into account. So it's not only buying a product from us and then saying, oh, cybersecurity, that's done. No, it's a more holistic approach you have to go for. But we are completely prepared and working on it for a long while now and matching almost everything, which is the IEC 62443, the security for industrial automation and control systems regulations, and the CIS benchmarking is also something we've been looking for. Yeah, I think that's mainly what it is about.
We have one question from Daniel Olivos. He's actually asking for sharing the contact of you, actually, Henning. So basically, Daniel, after the presentation, we can deliver you the contact, or you can actually see in the recording. But anyway, Henning will contact you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much, Henning. Now we are skipping to Marco, to Italy, going from Germany to Italy. Marco is actually product specialist in PASO. PASO is also as a specialist, sound specialist, and has a great contribution when it comes to the sound and to the power systems. So Marco, what is new in PASO, and can you actually share with us about your products?
Okay, can you see?
Yes.
The presentation. Okay, so I try to answer of this not so easy but and fast question. First of all, I just want to give you a short indication on our company. And we start with, because this year is very, very special, because we are in the 50th year of our history, our life.
Congrats on that.
Thank you, thank you. The previous company was a famous Geloso brand that was really involved in the audio and in the consumer electronics. And then we continue this till today and for the future. Is a company that maintained the brand identity and completely autonomy. So we have in hand an all own department of R&D, production, warehouse, the marketing strategies, and our domestic and worldwide distribution channel for sales and for pre and post support of sales. We are involved much more in public address and voice evacuation system, and our focus, of course, for we are manufacturing and producing products that should have the highest level of quality, as we already heard, and of course, quality in terms of customer satisfaction and services. And we are certified under a standard quality system ISO 9001. You can see some picture of our factory here in Milano, close to Milano, and we are doing the products and trying to answer at the question we received. The important, my thought was in the beginning that the experience, the know-how is very important for the fields of audio, because it's not easy. And in principle, how to design, and also the tools of designing the audio system. Then after audio system, we have to take care about all the laws and international standards that are enforced today, because the ones that are integrated with the fire detection systems, as I told in the beginning. So the knowledge means knowledge about the fire detection design and rules. We organize seminar trainings to specify designer and specialist, and the training for the end user and for the installers and the maintainers, the technical people that taking care of the system. So the most out of the PAVA is for me and for PASO the knowledge in principle of the standards, and put in reality this. You saw two catalogs, the PA and the evacuation system. I just want to give you another important announcement that became from this year. Only for the Italian market, PASO continues to have the integration with the fire detections products, became the authorized distributor as Morley Yes product, a brand of Honeywell. So you can see that it's a kind of continuously process that we want to follow. Just to have idea of the goal of the sound system for emergency purpose, we can, if you can imagine how to organize for evacuation in a multi-floor building, addressing the crowd in an orderly way, the sound system guarantee the diffusion of the comprehensible information. Think about pre-recorded message in a different area at the same time, tested in a system in case of fire, and adapt the procedure to defend lives inside one or more specific areas. In this slide, we can see that the clear message can manage in the effective way without causing panic. The voice alarm is a crucial part of building safety. External regulation is vital for ensure the quality in what could literally be a matter of life or death. In this little picture, a kind of institute tested how is the reaction between the people when they heard a conventional siren and the time when the pre-recorded message are started. The time between the beginning of the sound of the alarm and the last people that exit and safe. So as you can see easily, the voice alarm have the best performance, and it is a very important part of this kind of system and solution. That for this reason, the standard, especially the ISO 7240 part 19, and the next also AM54 part 3.2 will be the and will be the international standard organization that are issued and is worldwide part of the standard. In this standard, you see that the fire detection, the fire device, and the parts of the standard products are under the same level, contacts and audio, speakers, and secondary power supply. They should be certified AM54, and there are specific rules. We, as PASO, introduce the new products that combine in all-in-one this kind of feature related to the sound and the secondary power supply. And they are really easy to fit and connected directly close to the fire detection panel. So, as you can see in the cabinet, this model, for instance, is only one that manage up to 8 recorded message. 6 different messages can be played in the same time in 6 different zones. And also they can be used for broadcasting messages like spots, announcement, or sound bells. Very easy, and with the display in front of the cabinet, they can put on the wall or fixed in a rack cabinet. And the music is still available using a USB and using that for normal music broadcasting. But when there is an alert, an announcement for emergency, of course, the priority became this situation. And the fireman microphone take as specified in the norm the highest level of the priority and speak. We have 3 different types of panel that can manage different zones and the power. For the most hot seller is the PO 5500 that enable 6 output of zones for maximum 500 watt, and that could be the best choice for hospital, shopping malls, and hotels. But we have the same shape but powerful. So a 6-zone available model, but in total 1000 watt. So this is a very high level of product. Completely and fully certified AM54 part 16 for the audio and part 4 for the battery charger. There is a space for the batteries inside to guarantee the 24 hours in standby and 30 minutes in emergency status. All of these units can be interconnected through a double link A and B with a normal Cat5 cable just to connect in RS485 up to 1 kilometer between the first to the last one. But it's possible also to connect a group or all together in a network using the new audio network adapter interface that we introduced in the last exhibition in Sicurezza in Milano. Then we complete also our range of the PO, we call PO the public address wall mounting, with the Mini, so units that have the same functionality but less zone and less power, also less shape, but the performance are the same. We introduced the 100 watt and the 250 watt. Of course, PASO have in their portfolio, in their catalog, the other units that have all the certification necessary for the market, for big system, big, medium, or big solutions, for controllers, with controllers connected to the amplifier in Class D or AB class, and with the paging microphone to make announcement for broadcasting of emergency. And at the end, we complete the portfolio with a good range of speakers that are completely, they must be AM54 Part 24 certified. So we could just give an example of our reference, our installation worldwide, just to show you how we have a strict collaboration with our partners in abroad. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Marco, for your presentation and giving us the insights about the PASO products and what is doing PASO. Now I will bring actually all of you to the stage, and we are coming here. Thank you once more for your presentation. Actually, each of you mentioned in your presentations like flexibility and let's say easily adapting to these of these power systems. One question for you, because we know actually that now everything goes in integration. So talking about the integration, what should be considered when integrating power systems with other building management systems, with the energy system, with the security system, with any kind of the system? Maybe with Henning?
Yeah, for sure. It always needs to have a clear communication about the protocols that are needed. Both parties needs to agree on the protocols and also about what needs to be controlled, what needs to be transferred, what's the communication about. Because the world is much too big to have everything being developed the right way for everything. So it is most important to have a clear understanding of both parties, both ways, about what is needed and how to do it.
Great, thank you very much, Henning. Dragan, according to you, what should be considered as important when integrating these systems with other systems?
Thank you for questioning. First of all, we have to know the investor requests and also what project designer thought about when someone made a project for the integration of the systems. If there is some kind of integration with BMS of the building, it is not a problem to integrate with our system because we have a Modbus protocol inside our devices to integrate. We have to hear, we have to listen the investor, the electrical companies, the project designers, to help them to integrate the system in a way to save the life, because I mean PASO, Zenitel, TOA, ATEIS systems are mainly used for saving lives. So if we were asked to help them, then we have to make a solution first to save lives, and then everything else will come later.
After that, yes, exactly. Thank you very much, Dragan, for this. Marco, question for you regarding your presentation. You mentioned actually that like different kind of areas where PASO system can be implemented, So could you elaborate on how your company, how PASO navigates the balance between safety standards and the flexibility demanded by, by different kind of environments, by investors that Dragan mentioned, and so on?
Yes, I think first of all for the experience. Thanks to the experience and the know-how in the past years spent with audio solution, we consider a strong commitment with our departments and PASO in terms of R&D and agreement with our direction, the management and sales, and in collaboration with our partners, Italian and foreign partners too, we remain attentive to the standards. So following the indication and promptly adapt and communicate this indication by trainings, by seminars. So a lot of communication and stay with the people that they are those that have to design the system, they have to install, they have to use in the proper way. Of course, for PASO, it requires a lot of energy in terms of time and people movement. But at the end, we can see the result. So it's a very hard job, but we can see that it is a good job that we can complete.
Thank you very much, Marco. Andreas, question for you regarding the integration. So basically, you mentioned that you are providing the sound and considering this one, that actually are providing the sound, how actually TOA addresses and overcomes integration challenges to ensure that you have, let's say, harmonized collaboration with other components within the building or security setup.
Yes, regarding integration, I think you have always to keep in mind that you have security-related systems. Of course, our voice alarm and voice evacuation systems are EN54 too. But if it comes to integration in larger networks, if it comes to exchange of audio between different locations, you have a factory with different plants, then for sure the connection or the communication needs between those companies and between those plants are not that security related. They may break, and for sure, if you use the internet, there is no way to have the internet EN54 certified, at least to my knowledge by now. And therefore, of course, locally then you have to guarantee absolute security and 100% reliability. But each project, especially the bigger ones, consists of different aspects that have to be considered.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much, Andreas. Dragan, in your presentation, you mentioned even, I think, Barcelona airport that you did as a case study. So could you elaborate on a specific challenging project, maybe Barcelona airport or some kind of other project where ATEIS innovative solutions are effectively addressed, complex system requirements in this power market,
Can I show the slide from the presentation?
Yes, sure. Just share the presentation. Maybe it's easier for our audience as well.
Just a moment, please.
Okay, no problem at all.
just to find out where it is. Barcelona Airport is a huge project. It was requested to have more than 48 audio channels at the same time. Our system, standard PAV system, ATEIS system, is capable to maintain 48 audio channels at the same time. But the request from the investor was more than 48 audio channels. So for that purpose, we integrated our audio over IP solution VoxaNet G2 and our standard PAV ATEIS system. So basically, audio over IP is used for public address system to make a live announcement, to record a message, to make some commercials at the same time, to change the commercial, to record the announcements, and to hear what is requested by the investor and by the client. Actually, we expanded with audio over IP, expanded from 48 audio channels up to 100 audio channels at the same time. We have 3 client workstations. We have these days it was more than 170 ATEIS matrix controllers. We use 309 SIP clients, IP telephones. We have 5 different profiles, admin, terminal, servicing. With these IP telephones, we can make some announcements in the system. For every user in the system, we can make a different profile to make, let's say, for one user can show terminal 1, one can see the terminal 2. There is an admin also who can manage the all terminals. So this is really flexible solution, and if they want, they can expand the system very easily. It's not a problem for them. Also, we can record the messages, and in the history we can search what happened in some cases, is it said or not, in the history log. So yeah, flexibility of our system, audio over IP with integration of PAV system is very important, and it is possible. In the case of voice alarm, everything is stopped, and the voice alarm message will be announced to all terminals.
Thank you very much, Dragan. Now going from the airport, I would like to talk also about sea and maritime context. So, question from Henning is actually, how does Zenitel address the challenges and regulations that are actually specific to maritime environments, while also ensuring the effectiveness of these power systems?
Zenitel, since a long while already, is having a dedicated business unit that is handling all the demands of the maritime industry. They have dedicated products and a dedicated team that is really taking care of all that stuff which is needed. And you are totally right. The maritime industry is not really looking to the onshore and European-wide regulations that are already available. They have their own regulations and their own certifications, and they are also often called PAGA systems, not really voice alarm. It's more general alarm. They are mainly not using any kind of live announcement. It's all pre-recorded messages or very special tones. As I said, Zenitel does offer a wide range of really dedicated maritime products already that do fit perfectly, and they have all the requested regulations and the safety needs from the notified body, which is the Norske Veritas and the Lloyds and all these very special certification parties which are out there. It's all in one package, and all these products are certified and good to use.
Thank you very much, Henning. Marco, when talking about these certifications, so how actually adherence to these actually to EN54 standard that we mentioned in the presentations contribute actually to the ensuring the safety and the security and actually the quality in these systems?
Yeah, the AM54 it's related to the products. So indicating the AM54 for public address products means to have a certification by an external notified body that test and approve these items, all within a unique unit audio system to be applied. But this system will be mainly integrated with a fire detection system. Under the standard, it's a system standard, ISO 7240 part 19 or the TS AM54 part 32. So they are two different line. One is for the product, AM54, and the ISO, it's line guide for a system standard. The contribution is very important because this standard can be measured. For instance, clear pre-recorded message within 3 seconds from the activation. For create a phase of evacuation with different languages and different alerts, where all the responsible people of the fire are involved, but in principle, the designer, the manufacturer, the installer, and the service working for this system, the acoustic situation can be fixed. So all these parts are in a team together. And of course, the quality of the product must be at the top. PASO always taking care of their activity. Then, moreover, every year, the notified body that have recertified our product have to make a factory product control internally in our factory, the FPC, checking if the constant of the product performance are maintained and the method of the test for each process. They verify the tracking of the final product, and at the end provide a final report every year. Validate the certification of the product and to put in the market. So this annual audit is requested in the standard EM54 part 16, 4 and part 24.
Thank you very much, Marco. Andreas, I spoke with Dragan about maintaining the systems, power systems. Question for you, when it is the time to upgrade actually or replace voice evacuation system?
Well, mainly when it is time when the provided functionalities are not up to the needed requirements. You cannot really say, okay, exchange your amplifiers once a year or twice a year. Of course, there are some moving parts, the fans, if they have run for 3, 4, 5 years, then it's a good idea just to exchange them because they are mechanical parts. And you can count the days and say, okay, before I go to the system every second week to exchange one fan, I do it at once and have a trouble-free operation of the system. Yes, and of course, regular inspection of the speakers, regular inspection of the wiring has to be done on a regular base. But to my experience, it's hard to say, okay, after 5 years, we do have voice alarm systems which have been installed since 20, 25 years. And of course, on one hand, it would be a good idea to replace them because they are so old, they are not EN54, obviously, but they offer all the functionalities, and there is no law. Once the system has been attested by the local fire brigades, they have, in German it's Bestandsschutz, I don't have the English word for it. There is no force. Yes, you have an operating system. The fire brigades, the local said, okay, it is a good system, it is working, and then it just operates. From that point of view, I would recommend, of course, and of course I would like to sell, but it's hard to say, okay, change things every year, except of course from mechanical parts, but in a voice evacuation system, there are not that many mechanical parts.
Okay, thank you very much, Andreas. Now I would like actually to wrap up our webinar with one question for all of you, actually, to give me each of you actually one by one answer, in terms of evolution of PASO systems since your beginning in your careers, and actually how do you see actually the future of these PASO systems? Maybe start with Henning.
Yeah, I'm in the industry for a while, so my most significant change is already some years ago, which was the change from the non-regulated, let's say, PA systems which have been used for emergency to EN 6849, and then especially from EN 649 to the EN 54 part where the fire detection industry took over the regulation also for this kind of systems. So that was a significant change, because from that point on, everybody had to use certified products to fulfill all the requirements on site, and that was a heavy impact to the industry for sure. Unfortunately, we still have local regulations going on. Not everything is completely EU harmonized. The product standards are, the application standards is there. That's they already mentioned EN 5432. Unfortunately, they are not harmonized in every country yet. There are some countries like Germany, but also many others that are still using their local ones, which do also have some product requirements attached to it, which they shouldn't have. So I'm looking very forward to have a EU widespread harmonized regulation going on even for applications. And I would also like to see that the security regulations will include much more the requirement of IP, which is nowadays still a bit of an issue. So that is where we are all suffering from. I think we all in the industry could be much more ahead when we had, let's say, more sophisticated regulations that are including IP.
Thank you very much. Henning, Dragan Petrović, he's actually sales representative for Adrian region, and also for Hungary, for Slovakia, from Czech Republic, if I'm correct. And he knows actually how to struggle with this regulation, if I'm right. From your point of view, how do you see these regulations, actually different kind of regulations, and how do you actually overcome these regulations?
It's a very difficult question and a very challenging question for me. In my country, in the Republic of Serbia, the voice alarm is not mandatory, except in two kind of objects. One is the, let's say, restaurants with more than 300 people, and the tall buildings, tall from the ground floor to the highest floor level, that is more than 30 meters. Otherwise, in all other buildings, it is not mandatory to have a voice alarm system. So my goal is to explain the project designers to electrical companies, to system integrators, that voice alarm is a benefit for all of them, not only for my company or for other companies of my colleagues. And the evolution in public address and voice, especially in voice alarm, I see in the changing of attitude for those kind of clients, cooperators, such as let's say system integrators or the investor, that to change their opinion about voice alarm, that it is benefit for them, also for the investor, not only for some company or that you will install the system and you will go away. No, you have to manage to test the system, to check the system from time to time, and I see the evolution in their attitude changing, nothing else. How I'm struggle with today, just to speak with them and to, let's say, to speak also with the companies who are working on a fire protection plan design. If we explain them that this is good or excellent to have a voice alarm in a building, then we will have. Otherwise, it will not be mandatory. So that's it. Fire protection plan designers, investors, all of them who are who will be involved in the project.
Great, thank you very much, Dragan. Andreas, we believe that actually, support after installing is very important and critical. In general, talking about this and talking about the evolution, what is actually your attitude about this?
I didn't really get the question. After installation, well, our partners get our full support. Yes. If there are any problems, then we will be there. If a site visit is needed, we will come. If there is help needed with the settings, if some function required does not work, we will not stop before it does. Therefore, yes, but which was the target of the question?
Yes, the target is actually, considering this one and actually the evolution of PAVA systems. How do you see actually these changes in the market, in the PAVA market, and continuing to Dragan answer that support is very critical? What would be actually your point, like the change in the let's say in the 10 years, or something like that?
In a way, I see two different developments which unfortunately contradict. On the technical point of view, there's an increasing trend to use standard protocols, not to use own audio codecs, not to use things, go down to Modbus, go to standard TCP/IP connections, go to standard whatever it is, to have this to make integration easier, because that is a topic this will develop over the next years. Regarding harmonization of standards down to the procedures of how to measure the STI. You see, in the norm, it is stated STI has not to be below 0.5. But then there are differences in the number of measuring points, in the choice of measuring points, in the elimination, whether you are allowed to eliminate the 10% worst points, and so on. And here, unfortunately, I see a trend that many countries go their own ways and say, well, yes, you can do it, but we do it differently. And I think I'm a bit skeptical. As being a producer, it would make life for everybody much more easier if there is one worldwide standard, because as a general idea, there are people, they are in a house, it is burning, they have to get out. So the problem is identical worldwide. Why can't the solution be identical? Unfortunately, regarding this, I'm really skeptical and see other trends.
Yes, thank you very much, Andreas. Maybe it's not identical because they cannot actually agree on which doors they should go out, something like that. Yeah. Marco, to cover up, what is actually the future of power systems? In short, of course, we cannot predict it for sure, but maybe some kind of predictions to tell us.
No, I completely agree with Thomas, but the future will be to have the much more the best functionality, and at the same time the safety and the testing of the parts of the system. So the future could be for me in principle to adapt to entering the rules in each country, and this is an hard job to do, of course. But I think that also just have a looking of at the other standards in other countries, they are not so well close to the fire detection thinking behavior, and so this is, I think, the right way. The market is growing for the fire channel, and we have to follow this growing. And so I can see to improve as much as we can the functions and in terms of channels of integration, and to put an open interface for eventual other options. But at the end, the safety standards will obtain this in the future. I hope, and we are working a lot to realize this.
Great. Thank you very much, Marco, for your answer. So we are actually coming to the end of our webinar. Above all, actually, I would like to thank you, to our speakers who actually joined this session and who provide us with the insights. Of course, I would like also to thank to our audience who actually, followed us.